Hello, welcome back to the CFWF podcast, episode 36, 19.5 recap. I'm with Kate today again.
Yay, I'm here.
She's here. Kate, what was the workout?
I have no idea. What was the workout?
Thrusters,
I can't remember.
chest to bar pull-ups.
Oh,
You
yeah.
remember the reps?
33, 27, 21, 59.
Yeah. What was your thought in the workout when it came out?
I was
First
like,
thing.
fuck yeah. No. Oh, I can't say that.
You can, of course you can. It's fine.
Whoops.
Well, I guess so.
No.
I haven't been told I can't, really.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
Ask for forgiveness.
Yeah, that's it. I learned from it.
No, yeah, I went, oh, yep, she's going to hurt, but we'll just go.
Yep. It's a real simple workout. There's not much.
It's not simple. Nothing's simple.
It is. It's so simple. It's just you
Just
got to
thrusters and
hurt.
chest.
It's just full capacity. You got to hurt. Like there's nothing like bar muscle ups are real tricky. Like the last workout. I mean, that was probably the tricky part about that workout. But like this one is just, squat, press, pull
Squat,
up.
press,
Yeah,
pull.
and go for it.
Squat, press, pull.
Yeah, it's when people say it's like, oh, it's like Fran. It's nothing like Fran. 'Cause Fran's only
21, 15, 9.
yeah,
It's less than half those reps that we did on 19.5.
45 reps of each, right?
Yeah.
And this one was 105 reps of each.
Yeah, so that's like, what's that, 50, 60 reps more.
Yeah, nothing the same.
No.
I mean, apart from the actual movements themselves. But
Yeah.
it was
Yeah, this one was not over and done with within 3 minutes.
no, unless you're Matt Fraser, and I was blown away. 6 minutes 50. Only person in the world to go sub 7. A couple of people got like just over 7 minutes for the workout in the worldwide leaderboard. Man, I can't believe he went under 7 minutes. Like even when you watch it, he's not moving that fast.
Yeah,
But
he's
he
too
just scores.
calm. It's all that calmness,
He's just moving
composure.
all the time. What did you think about the workout when you did it the first time?
I knew I had a little bit more.
Oh.
I didn't fall over at the end. I walked away. I think for me personally, there was so much talk about strategy and do it like this and do these many reps and do that many reps. And I personally don't do well with that. I personally do better because if I think about a strategy and how many times I have to break it up, I will rest the exact same amount whether I do 7 reps or whether I do 21 reps. So for me personally, I got a little bit caught up with that the first time I did it. Although I didn't drop the bar when I was supposed to in the first set. Because no one in our heat dropped the bar. I was like, no one's dropping the bar. So I got a little bit caught up with that. So when I redid it the second time, I just went with me and just went with how I felt. And I took like a whole 1 minute, 8 seconds off. So yeah, I actually held on to the bar longer than I did the first time
For
around.
the thrusters?
Yeah, I did 23 straight in the first one.
Yeah. You hit a wall in the middle there.
Yep,
you're
but
like, "Oh,
I do
shit."
recover quite well, and I do know that about myself. I can hit a wall and recover quickly and get back to it. I slow down in the middle, but then I'll gun home. And that's how I work. So it's about, I think you got to know yourself.
Yeah.
Whereas others were different. Like Bretto, he went to a rep scheme and took 3 minutes off his time.
Yeah, you smash it.
So I think that one, a lot of strategy in it, but you got to know yourself as an athlete.
Yeah, I found this open, like a little bit strange for wall balls, rowing. That was a bad workout for me. Wall balls, rowing, and the thrusters, chest to bars. And I'd been working pretty hard on wall balls and pretty hard on thrusters. That when I did the wall ball workout, like I busted the wall bars out no problem, and I went too easy on the rower because I thought, oh, my wall ball's going to blow out. But I've been working on them so much, I didn't really know what I was capable of. But then I didn't redo it because I was like, it's fine, doesn't matter. And I'm kicking myself now because I'm like, I should have redone it because I'm like, I was cruising for the first bit. And the only reason why I was gassed because the last 30 seconds on the roll, I just went hard at it.
Goose. Told you you should have redone it.
Should have redone it. But then the last workout, I redid it because I broke up my thrusters a lot and they didn't really get me too much. So I thought I'd do bigger sets the second time, and I did. And I felt a lot better when I redid it. But like I just in general felt better. I mean,
yeah,
like I felt really tired and sick on Friday night. And did it the first time. I thought I may as well just get it done just in case I'm going to get sick and then I can't do it again.
Yeah.
Get a score on the board. But I redid it. I took like a minute and a bit off my time as well.
I think you're a minute and 5 seconds. It took a minute and 8.
Yeah. I died. That smashed me the second time. But it's funny, and one thing we talked about with this, the Open as a whole, but you brought up after the workout on Friday, or was it Saturday? One time we talked about it.
You what?
About like redoing it, knowing that you did well the first time, but you got to get deeper and darker into that pain cave, and you got to get really uncomfortable.
So my entire open strategy this year was I was going to repeat every single workout, and I was also supposed to video my workouts, and sorry, Liz, I forgot. It was just I just literally forgot every time. But I was repeating every single workout because I wanted to give it a go on Friday night, and then I wanted to see if I could better myself on the Monday. With this workout, this 19.5, I did it Friday, and I was thinking, I don't think I in the moment I didn't think I had any more, but then I looked at it and I did walk away from it. I didn't fall down on the ground, and I thought I did have more, but and then there was talk of, your time was really good. It'll be fine for the top 200. And I'm like, well, maybe I don't have to repeat it. And then I'm like, well, why don't I have to repeat it? Like, if it's good enough, I don't have to. But then I'd already made myself a deal that I had to repeat every single one. Then I started to get a little bit nervous, and I was like, I'm going to have to go into the pain cave again and figure it out. But that's also a learning curve for me, so I can learn and become more comfortable with being uncomfortable as well. So I did it again, and it was good.
Yeah, especially as a competitive athlete, you have to be willing to kill yourself to beat the people next to you.
Yeah, and push every time. Especially if you want to go into a weekend competition or something, and you've got 4 or 5 workouts. Literally, you're supposed to go into the pain cave X amount of times.
On all 5 of the workouts.
Some only being 3 or 4 hours apart, if that. You got to train that. You can't just go, I'll go easy in this one. Or you've got to go to the pain cave regularly to train it, to be okay with it. And then you probably also get fitter too.
Yeah. Yeah, or you get more intensity if you're pushing a lot harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
that's where the magic happens.
It's a big one. It's easy enough in training to go, I'm just going to, cruise through or move well, whatever. But that's also why you do classes with a coach, so they can go, make sure you get make sure you stand up your cleans, make sure you whatever, And it's not about competing against everyone every day at all. It's about pushing yourself.
Finding your own limits.
Yeah, finding limits.
Finding where the magic happens.
Yeah, and you can't go 100% full hard every
5
day.
days of the week.
No.
Like you today, you pushed me today, and I was like, "That's my active recovery day. I'm not going to my pain cave." It's moving day.
You see, you started to move a bit faster, and then you slowed back down. And I was like, I wonder if she's just acting every active recovery day.
Yes, I am.
So it's like, it's like you compete against yourself a bit. Like some days you gotta really push and get really uncomfortable and pick things that are going to really challenge you and that you're not sure that you'll be able to do, or like pick a time and go, I'm going to try and do this sub whatever.
Yeah.
And push hard for it.
Yeah.
But then, if you do win, you still got to be humble in victories and humble in your losses and learn from these things and not go, oh, I just, not feeling it today. I'm just feeling a bit shit. You go, no, I just got to work on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an interesting topic. You just got to know when to go hard. But I agree, you have to train being that really uncomfortable, almost like slobbering, drooling, gasping for air. Pain cave. But anyway, that sort of wraps up the Open for this Open.
For 19.
Yeah.
For the 2019
Open.
season.
It'd be interesting to see what the 2020 season's going to look like. I wonder when they're going to release dates or anything like that. So you have to stay tuned for that. But yeah, that's the Open. 5 weeks of awesome Friday Night Lights action and camaraderie, and there's some really good friendly competition going on between some people that train together all the time, and it was cool. It was the Open was really cool this year. I think it was the best Open. I feel like it was the most fun.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was cool. So,
lots of learning happening.
Yeah, lots of learning happening. Lots of people getting lots of
good
firsts
vibes.
And good vibes, and everyone just being there to encourage each other was the big thing. That was the main thing. Like people staying around and cheering each other on, and no matter who it was.
And we got 3 masters in the top 200.
3 masters in the top 200.
Yeah.
When did you check that last?
Yesterday. Maybe I should have checked it.
I'm pretty sure we're pretty safe.
Yeah.
So we got 3 masters in the top 200. So they'll be going on to the age group qualifiers, which starts in
May. First weekend in May.
First weekend of May. So was it 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th?
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. So they got 4 days to complete usually 4 workouts and submit them. And then everyone's for this starts on a clean slate. So everyone's on score 0. And the top 10 in the world go to the CrossFit Games in Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
That is.
19.5, all done. Open. 2019 Open, done.
2019 Open, done.
2019 Open game season, done.
Yeah,
the 2020 Open in 2019 later this year.
Yeah.
It's
2020 season.
But, I mean, if you're listening and you've done the Open or you're doing the Open or you have done the Open here or whatever, when the Open's finished, it's the best time right now. Just take a cruisy week on your workouts, but think about what you need to work on. Reach out to a coach. We're all for that stuff. So, reach out and ask us if there's something you want to know, because we want to be able to help you then reach your goals. That's what we do. So have a think about what sort of weaknesses that you might have or things that you need to work on, and then start hitting a plan. But the biggest thing is to be consistent, and be consistent for a decent period of time, like at least a month, 2 months, and then you can figure out if that's working or not. And if it's not working, then change what you're doing and be consistent again. But the biggest thing is be consistent with your workouts, be consistent with your focus work that you have, and get out and crush it. Bring on October.
Better than yesterday.
Yeah. All right.
Cheerio. See you later.
Cheerio. Cheerio. See you later.
Sayonara.
Head over to iTunes or Spotify and follow us and give us a subscribe and a like and all that jazz. And we will see you next week for normal podcast.
Boom.
All right. See you then. Bye.
Bye.